Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome. It is Tuesday night. That means it's time for the Midwest Motorsports Road Series to take place. I'm James J., joined by Adam Sondag. Tonight we have 17 Radicals and 19 BMW M2s taking the road on this 3.47 mile concrete surface. Congrats to Caden Richardson for being on the the Radical pole position. And we are going green, coming right into your living room. Adam, we're live. Welcome to Sebring.
Yeah, it's probably rather be there in a couple months when it's cold, but we'll take it. It's going to be some dust flying.
So far, all clear. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Adam. Let me know if you can gain control back. Oh, Michael Odell takes the long way around the old hairpin and rejoins safely, but all the way down to 14th. Big mistake. Back up for the lead, Johan DeRoy and Caden Richardson.
Ooh, just a little touch there.
A little love tap. Then, hey, I'm here. Not going anywhere. Caden Richardson, thankfully, actually takes his pole position this time, I think. He's had computer technical difficulties. As we have another one, Jason Phillips. Jason Phillips in the back going wide, losing many spots all the way down to the end. Like Jesse Coffey may have also... Nope, he started late. Johan DeRoy inside for Caden Richardson. We're staying with the leaders. Side by side down to Sunset Bend. Johan DeRoy on the inside. He's going to take it. That's going to give third place to Jack Lucas. He's sitting back waiting for the right time. So much action. Staying up front. Dropping just further back. Alex Bahari, Travis Rowe. Finally, all single file. Checking back up front one more time. It's Johan DeRoy. These cars have huge slipstream. So as long as they can stay in line and stay close, I think up to a second to a second and a half.
Going to be a benefit for them. Curbs can definitely be dangerous. We've already seen some people off track and into the walls.
It's all yours from here on out, Adam. Thanks for getting your technical difficulties sorted out. It's never boring. When you make 6 software programs together all at the same time, they have to work together.
Yeah, we're having fun. For some reason, iRacing doesn't want me to log into the league session, so working around that as we try to keep things going here. But as always, we will bring you what we can.
In the slipstream, Alex Bahari holding off Travis Rowe for now. Travis Rowe takes the wide line and gives vulnerable to Del Hogan. And Shell steps right back in line with CJ Barzak right behind him. It's a great five-way battle here. This is for fourth place. Shell now jumps inside. Back and forth, side by side, CJ Barzak. Shell Hogan. I'm sorry, Travis Rowe and Shell. Travis Rowe leaves plenty of space. Uh-oh. I'm not touching anything, Adam. I'll let you try for a couple more minutes. So you text me, tell me otherwise.
Yeah, still not able to make any changes here on my end.
Green bar at the top doesn't always mean what we think it means, apparently. Can't explain that. In the meantime, let's check on our M2s. I can find them. Here's Kyle Ryan in fourth. Not sure why it's showing Chet and Ian as the M, but we can work on that too. That means, there we go, thanks. Kevin Bridges, the Wart attack is on. Kyle Ryan right behind him. Long race, 60 minutes.
Yeah, everywhere you look, there's Wart team members. That's not going to change.
Kyle Ryan takes a
right
nice
up into the
move.
bumper.
Oh, that was still close. If you went to TV1,
Yeah,
that was you.
he almost got too good of a run there.
Single file behind him. The slipstream is valuable here as well. Not quite as valuable as in the Radical series, but Cody Height up one spot on Justin Shoup there. And now under attack. I'm sorry, from Roger Shank. Cody Height with his first Midwest Motorsports win earlier this season. As you can see, not bad. 19 BMW M2s at a free league and a free car. You can always sign up at midwest-motorsports.com. Great way to introduce yourself to league racing on iRacing.
I didn't take a look, so I'm not sure yet if Cody Height owned this track before or if he bought it today, but
Yeah, about 30 minutes ago.
yeah. Yeah, has been known to purchase a track a day or two in advance. Sebring's looking very nice here after all the updates and new motherboard on the Stream PC. You can see the beautiful palm tree lights. That's not detail that we've had before in the streams.
I agree. Thanks to
Loose
everybody
end, just
for
a little loose rear end, just a little bit for it might have been Troy or Keith. I'm not sure who's just back there.
like
Justin.
Justin Shoup. I think that's Jason Phillips coming through in the Radical. Let's watch him go through traffic. Yeah, as he had troubles on lap one. This is what he sees. Can you imagine fighting for position? Well, this Radical's coming through. Actually, he's the only one right now Can you imagine a serious group of them, 3 or 4 of them coming through? He's going to make it look easy on the speed on the straightaways, trying to use the slipstream as he can.
Yeah, trying to get as much as he can. Probably got his big-ass fans going. I'm sure it's still hot down there.
Hard in the braking zone. Making it look easy.
Yeah, that's one section that's going to be very different for the Radicals compared to the BMWs. Just the amount of downforce and turn that they can make, the difference in weight. You're not going to see any of the BMWs able to come the inside.
Yeah. Ryan Glover on Rick Bundren. Rick Bundren already added his first podium of the season. Pretty happy. First league podium earlier this season, as he still gives Ryan the love tap on the bumper. And Rick Bundren in the red BMW's got Nicholas Moffitt right behind him. We were watching with riding with Ryan Glover. And all this is allowing Cody Height to catch up. We got some camera movement, Adam, if you're playing around.
Yeah, everything works for me now, so we're all good there on that front, luckily.
Great run by our Canadian friend of the North, Ryan Glover. Yes, I'm happy to see
Yeah,
the camera's changed. Thank you,
almost
Adam.
all of the Radical class is getting into traffic now. Oh, that is that is rush hour down here.
There's been a lot of confusion. There's Johan using that. Oh my gosh. You got to know where the runoff zones are. Now, Caden Richardson going inside, making it 3 wide. There's a dive bomb rule in Midwest Motorsports. It's so difficult to judge that. I can only imagine planning ahead, how far you have to plan ahead your pass. Riding with Travis Rowe now.
See the
this is a speed differential.
Get into the toe. I mean, look at the draft is
in the braking zone even
here. Wow.
The downforce, the speed, the horsepower of the Radicals, the weight, power to weight ratio. I think that's Shell Hogan going around Kyle Ryan.
It's like watching a bumblebee and a butterfly.
Yeah. Great waiting by Jason Wahlberg there in the orange Radical. Not to force it. I think that may have been Kyle Ryan.
Johan all the way through the traffic.
You might have broken the draft. 2 seconds in front of Caden Richardson. Kyle with Max Bauer just ahead.
No, Michael Odell.
Just come out of nowhere. Michael Odell's got some ground to make up after missing the hairpin on turn 1, lap 1. I'm sorry, lap 1. Kyle leaving the room. Taking 4 races, but I think these guys are starting to figure it out. Maybe a bigger track as opposed to Brands Hatch. That might help make it easier to pass without conflict. Oh, hang on to it, Kyle. Big understeer of these heavy M2s.
Yeah, the BMW boys they have their hands full right now. Trying
action in the Radicals with it.
Hit their marks and keep things together.
Timing was playing with us. Little glitch there for a second. Good run for Jason Wahlberg. Overdue.
But both of the fields are pretty well bunched together. Traffic has allowed a little bit of spacing. Little wiggle there for Christopher Rowe. Tempting to dip your tires here. Not sure how much that will impact these particular cars to get a tire off the track's racing surface. Not the widest circuit, so people will be using all the runoff that they can.
.2 seconds, so he's making up time. Johan being cautious through traffic. Hayden knows it's go time. Super close, the top 5, top 4 at least in the M2 division.
John Daniels there making his way through the group. Not sure if he had some sort of trouble. Must have, because he's a good 2 minutes back of the lead in his division, so I'm not sure what happened there to John Daniels.
Here comes James Zengi in the white BMW. Looking up at David Wortman. Headed into turn 1. Side by side, David Wortman blocks on the inside. I love the BMW M stripes on Zengi's car. Riding with him now. Adam, have you test driven the M2 at all?
I have. It really is a different experience, even to the GT4. It's feels much more like a track day car than a purpose-built race machine. And as you know, as I've said before, the advice to almost underdrive the car really does help with this particular machine. You don't want to be as aggressive and heavy on it. It is a big floating butterfly. You need to be a little more smooth with this, which I think is why people find it to be a good learning and training platform, to try to get those inputs a little bit smoother. See a little bit of looseness there on the rear as James pushes. But it's going to be harder for this class to create separation with this machine, and they're going to have to put together clean races to put the wins on the board.
Using all the tracks. They must have watched Chase Fincher's track guide on Discord, the coaching hub thread. Check them out. I always watch the videos. I learn a lot, even though I'm not racing. So thanks to Chase and Caden for putting them together.
Yeah, we really leveled up in the coaching realm as far as what's available to the drivers. Either reading the telemetry that the league has from, compared sessions and seeing where people are overslowing, over braking, not trail braking enough, or whatever that might be that can be diagnosed in the free time whenever the coach is able to look at it. And then the videos that Chase and Caden and Michael and others have put together for these track guides. I mean, it's, you can go and find a track guide for running a GT4 at Brands Hatch, but it's certainly more helpful when it's somebody who knows your driving level and isn't trying to sell you a setup.
Yes, exactly. Or make you buy more setups. Aiden Richardson with a little pump fake, but he has caught back up to Johan DeRoy as they now are on top of white BMW and around him. But Caden Richardson has driven all the way back from 2 seconds and caught up with Johan DeRoy. So the battle for the radical lead is back on.
Yeah, he's not going away. Just looking up the inside there.
No stranger to the lead. Johan DeRoy, winner at Watkins Glen 2 weeks ago, winner at Brands Hatch last week. And Caden Richardson, I believe, won. I know it makes it look easy. Winner at Road America. So you're looking at 2 league winners here of the 3 races. These 2 guys have won them all 3. Oh, Caden's faster there. Overslowed, had a little lock up there to keep from running in the back of Johan. Great car control by Caden Richardson. Using the slipstream. Is he going to pop out this time? Going down into Sunset Bend. Is Johan DeRoy going to play defense? Bump draft.
Okay.
Not now. He doesn't want to lead. He wants to follow. Put the pressure on. Johan DeRoy can take the pressure. I'm sure of it. Johan is not afraid of leading all the way to the flag. Is there enough to get a run between the exit of Sunset Bend and the start-finish line on the final lap?
I mean, they almost look like they're content to. Oh, he's. Oh no, maybe not. I thought he was showing up the inside there, but they almost look like they're content to do some karting style drafting.
Lead follow all the way. They are already almost 7 seconds ahead of third place.
Can't tell if Johan's bringing his karting hand signals up and patting on the back of his helmet, letting Caden know he wants him tucked up and pushing.
You want to lead coming into Sunset Bend?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I hope they do work together. They've already have almost 7 seconds. You were one of these 2. Do you want to lead into on the exit of Sunset Bend, or you want to be the follower? Come to the line. Where's that final pass going to be made?
Man, I think given the toe is so strong for this package that I think you want to be able to use it coming down the stretch toward the end. You'll have to be careful with what line you get to maximize that, but I think you want to be able to be on the attack coming around the final section.
On the attack, okay. Let's see, they're working their way. You can see the red dots on the track map. Gives you a good idea of how good our M2 drivers are, that they're pretty much staying as a pack. So that's really awesome. We got lockup from Kyle Ryan. Does he go all the way around? Trying to stay out of the way, using his drift ability. Lost a lot of speed there. He's probably going to get overtaken by Ryan Glover here. Nope, at least caught up to him though. Great save by Kyle Ryan. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Gives Kevin Bridges a 2-second gap though. Yeah, let's ride with Kyle through Sunset Bend there.
Oh,
he made contact with David Warman and James Zingy. That helped. Thank you.
We all get by with a little help from our friends. That's
Kyle's buying
looked like-
beers tonight.
Looked like David went down the pit lane.
Oh, dude.
Not sure if that was intentional or...
Oh. Forced. You can probably make it from here. He's inside that 25-minute window. We'll find out. That's a great question, though, Adam. Well, left, right. Which way are we going? Is that John Daniels?
Ian Bacaitis.
I don't recognize Ian Bacaitis. At Mission 22, I see it now. I still haven't seen any pink flamingos yet. Maybe that's the next graphics collection up.
I think we might have to bring our own. Amazed we don't have any on the Hopper Mobile. Looks like over the course of the race thus far, Alex Bahari has retired, David Stark has retired, so unfortunately we've lost those two. Christopher Hopper has a meatball, and Jason Geyer had a meatball. 31 had a meatball as well. Michael Odell now has a meatball.
Oh, Michael. This is not Michael Odell's night or season.
Yeah, he has no rear wing.
He's got to come in. Yeah, thank you.
I don't see where that happened. At least I don't see any events. But yeah, he'll need to get a new wing put back on, so that shouldn't take too long, but not ideal.
Dictates his pit stop. He should be able to make it. Fast repair.
Caden's
Race
still
early,
all
continue.
over Johan. Needs to pull a tear off.
They're off. Seriously. Here we go. Riding into the back section. A little smoother this time. Everybody gets out of their way. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
just going to make him wonder. See, this is where I think things will get interesting. There's only so much that the M2s can do in that turn. They're not going to be agile on slip angle, on full load, taking that turn. It's going to be all they can do to get that thing rotated. So, two battling radicals from two aggressive drivers, it can present some problems here. And even now, as we look at here, see the aggression of Caden Richardson. His eyes got big as he got closer to Johan.
very rare mistake caught on camera from Caden Richardson. That doesn't happen very often.
I think the toe makes it a wash, but that could very easily become
Yeah.
something that takes these points from finishing on the podium away. But I think for just a moment he saw the top step.
Yeah. Oh, it's back to reeling him in one more time. I don't know if he's a bait caster or a spinner, but we'll find out if he can reel him in. The big fish. Now it's back to the M2s. Cody Height battling with Justin Shoup right behind. Justin Shoup looks fast through that section. They head down to the hairpin. Slipstream not quite as effective in the M2s. Could be wrong. Kyle Ryan lost a spot to James Zengi.
Yeah,
and
James
Ryan
looks
Glover.
like he's come into contact with something. There's some damage to the front end of a number of these BMW machines.
Hang on to it, Kevin. In the lead by 4 seconds.
Kevin's learned that yellow and red means danger. Another strong run from Ryan Glover. I assume that at this point that the What Apex race team is getting NIL money to recruit these drivers.
Darn right. You're right about Ryan Glover. A win last week at Brands Hatch, second at Watkins Glen, and fourth at Road America after starting second at Road America. So your points leader right now, Ryan Glover.
Rookie of the Year candidate early on.
Sure. Roger Shank, Rick Mundren, Cody Height, everybody racing. Okay, that might not be timing this time.
Yeah, Johan
Maybe it
pitted
is.
on lap 16. I assume Caden comes now. Yes, he will. So Caden going for the overcut. See where Johan is. He's just
Clear track.
coming through now to the back stretch.
And it looks like Caden may come out in traffic.
Shell coming in as well. Shell running the Shell car livery, so that makes that easy for everybody.
Let's go down to the pit road for our pit lane reporter.
That's right. He's taken some damage, and I'm not sure the mechanics are going to have much time to work on it. They want to get him out as fast as they can, but I tell you what, it's going to be a wee bit of a scuffle here as they work quickly to repair the damage that he's undertaken out there on the track. And nothing chafes a driver more than sitting in his automobile while everyone else is flying by on the straights.
I hate that for Hopper, especially.
I'm just glad that we found our pit reporter. Last we saw him, he was nowhere to be found. So it's great news that we found him and he's back on the job.
He took a bottle of scotch and ran.
Not the first to do it. The
Johan
overcut,
DeRoy
though,
behind.
yeah, the overcut worked out just barely. We'll see how hard Johan's able to attack with one more lap on his tires, bringing them closer to range.
I thought Caden was going to be the one in traffic. The overcut lap must have been clear for Caden. Fast in lap and a fast out lap puts him ahead.
Well, they'll be in traffic before long.
Is that a pink Wartmobile? I wonder who that is.
Ben Wall there.
11th spot. Okay, Ben, we see you, buddy.
It's almost more ominous that Johan is running the all-black car.
Cody Height staying well away.
He looks to have some significant damage on his car.
Yeah, he's not up to speed, is he? No. Right
No,
front.
it looks like the right front's
Oh, yeah, he's crabbing. I hate that for Cody.
He heard that Hopper had damage and wanted some for himself.
Your Watkins Glen winner in the pits for some fast repair.
Been smooth for Kevin Bridges, however.
Oh no, Rick Bundren with a meatball. Yeah, good on Kevin.
It's hard to
Could be
tell
wrong. I
what's
see
wrong
one
with
on the
these.
tower.
It's hard to tell what's wrong with these BMWs, if anything. They have so much stance in you know, what I want to say. Poke. Trying to remember all my cool tire lingo.
It was kinda
Just
straight,
ever
definitely
so,
off.
just ever so slightly off. Yeah.
Definitely not up to speed though.
I'm one of the people that when they go on fitment.com selects I want no rubbing on my tire fitment. I'm not modifying or rolling my wheel wells to drive my car to work.
Everybody else is doing it, Adam.
No, that's okay. As envious as I
Not
am
me
of the people with the slammed first generation CRVs, I don't think I'm ready for that life. Probably too old now, so.
I gotta tell you, Jason Phillips 370 was slammed and just gorgeous.
Yep. Lots of people are brave. Lots of people have a lot of fun with their vehicles. Enjoyed
That's right.
a while ago finding someone on Reddit bagging his wife's Tiguan as soon as she bought it and putting a stage 2 tune on it. Why not?
Nice.
Have fun in your Tiguan.
That's right.
Proudly painted by our very own Jason.
Make a run to the hardware store in no time. I'll be back, honey. David Wortman showing as your leader right now. After what we thought was some damage in a early pit stop paid off for David Wortman. Hang on to it, David. James Zingy right behind.
A couple cars were in on lap 11 that might have been damage, however. Looks like laps 14 and 15 are when most of the BMW Amfield pitted.
That was a huge undercut then, if he has enough to make it all the way. It was definitely right on the line, right at 25 minutes, David. So
I mean,
I don't know
I'm
if you
not
have to do
sure
any
that
fuel save.
I don't believe that he stopped.
Up for fuel? Oh, 2.7.
I believe he
Maybe a stop and
pulled
go. He
straight
just
through. So I think he
went out.
might still need to stop.
Might need gas. Okay. Well, good to get some airtime then for longtime Midwest Motorsports driver David Wortman out front.
Yeah, regardless, James Zangy has to get around him until he goes into pit
Yeah.
lane.
Drive it like you stole it, David. Hey,
Yeah,
Tim, I see you.
otherwise, nothing happened to Kevin Bridges, just his pit stop there. So
Okay, done. Good for Kevin Bridges. I see Timothy Odell. Sorry you missed it. You can go back and watch. Lap 1, missed the hairpin, took the old hairpin, missed the braking zone by about 150, 200 feet. Rejoined in 14th, and then added more damage on his rear wing a few laps later. So He's on the back foot tonight, but he's coming back. You never can count Michael O'Dowd out. Definitely plays the long game of the season, so we'll keep an eye out for him. Tonight has been all about Johan DeRoy and Caden Richardson for the Radical lead. Johan DeRoy still in the slipstream. Don't count him out. We see you also, Brian. Good to see you, Brian Sarton. Idaho Panhandle. Hopefully you'll make the next one, Brian. Just under 20 minutes to go.
Slightly different lines here from these two.
Same thing, you went around with something. Nope, he's still in second. That was timing that threw me off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
Adam.
don't trust the timing screen currently.
Ah,
The
all
timing
right,
screen.
noted.
is- Yeah, not current. So bear with us as we try to determine what is and isn't real.
Could be the leader of
Phillips
the M2 series.
appears to be real. But James still not able to get around David Wortman. We do think David Wortman will need to stop.
Says a lot about David's pace.
Must be that he's a father. He doesn't want to take that pit stop.
Are we there yet? 18:11 to go. Jason Wahlberg and Jack Lucas. Nice and smooth on the wheel for Jack Lucas, riding along with him. In the slipstream, headed down to a hard braking zone. Not this time, not quite close enough. Nice and smooth on the wheel though. Concrete surface of Sebring. Very bumpy, can pull the steering wheel out of your hand. Makes it up big time. In that braking zone, now on his tail. Side by side,
Oh.
Jack Lucas once around. Jason Wahlberg making a
Little
as
wide.
radical as wide as he can.
He
Dirty
just
tires.
he just lost control just a little bit there at the beginning of this sequence.
Yeah. Is that a Chase Venture logo on his roll hoop?
Which
On Jack's side of his roll hoop. Got a CF logo. I'm not saying it is Chase, but right there.
it appears to be.
All good. He's driving. Jack Lucas in the slipstream with Jason Wahlberg with 16 minutes to go. Trying to line up a pass. Where are we going to make a move? Just like Johan DeRoy is on Caden Richardson.
iridescent CJ not far behind.
Ryan Glover, your earlier leader and current points leader, racing Kyle Ryan side by side. Another CF logo. All right, Chase, you got to spill the beans. How much you paying for those logos? Almost all Wart liveries have the logo, thanks to Travis.
Yeah, I guess it's like a Formula One team. It's the Chase Fincher might be the title sponsor of the Wart racing team. Not sure if it's What Apex Racing Team by Chase Fincher or what. We'll have to get clarification on that, and maybe our intrepid pit reporter can get in some of the details of how lucrative that sponsorship might be.
Exactly. Waiting for the check to cash. Waiting for the check to clear the bank. The M2 class is up for grabs. Right now, James Zingy has it. We believe. Chase says about 350.
I'm as someone who works in television, I am, gonna say everything's above board, no payola going on here.
That's right. Oh, I like that. Kyle Ryan making grounds on James Zingy. Wortman's pulled away. The radical lead still going crazy. Johan Roya is right on his tail. Oh. Go-karting. Side by side, Johan DeRoy wants to go around the outside. Can he do it? Sunset Bend, Caden Richardson in the purple car. On the inside, Johan DeRoy trying the crossover move. Is this a trial run for the final lap? If so, can he get the slipstream to make it by the line? Nope. Not before the line. That tells me you got to pass him before the entrance to Sunset Bend. As they squeeze by an M2.
I'm wondering maybe if that might be a move to try to take that wider and get more of a run down there into turn one to try to make the move there rather than at the last gasp.
Okay, I like that too. You got to know all the possibilities, right?
He appeared to have a good run going until the BMW traffic was there, kind of taking away his opportunity at the outside.
Good eyes.
But I think that's one of the things that's fun, I think, with this package and the power to weight ratio, the acceleration on these is significant, especially compared to the BMW. I think as far as the difference in carrying momentum versus, I don't know who that was there. Somebody's off track and in trouble.
Can't park there, buddy. Hopefully you got it pointed back the right direction. It's all good. It wasn't Max.
It wasn't Max. Travis Rowe taking a look at some Wart liveries.
Yes. Admiring his own work. Oh, Caden. All the way up against the tire barriers. Cutting it close. Caden also trying to find the limits. Coming up on 10 minutes to go.
If it's a sports
guys-
car series race and you're not sketchy with 10 minutes to go, you're not racing at Sebring. All sorts of traffic now coming through.
All the way back up to 6th for Michael Odell. In front of Jack Lucas. What does that say for Michael Odell? Hauling the mail. An extra pit stop, some repair work, and the long way around the hairpin on lap 1. Michael Odell can write a book on Sebring's race. And it's not over yet. Can he make it back to the podium? Travis Rowe's not that far ahead. 8, 9, 10 seconds. Number 56, Michael Odell. Season 9 champion. How big is that tank on David Wortman's M2?
I have no idea. I am.
It says 2 seconds per stop. It really does. It says 2 seconds. Well, so it does for all. Well,
It
2.72 seconds for a stop. He only had one stop. on
everyone
that
else
thing.
at least took 20 seconds plus.
I mean, yeah.
It
So,
appeared to me
even
that he drove straight through pit lane after making contact to right Kyle Ryan from going through that big power slide. So I don't think he hit his pit
Okay.
box at all. I'm not sure what. I don't know what
Would
to
it show
say.
up as a second? So I need to ask my iRacing guru, Adam, which is you right now. If you miss your box, or if you get in your box and you take fuel, and you pull out and you pull back in your box, does it start as a? It would show up as a second stop though. I don't know what starts and stops the timer.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how the data
Yeah.
would categorize those events, and especially how SDK would synthesize it for us. But as far as I saw from our pit lane view, he pulled into the pit lane either intentionally or non-intentionally. I didn't see anything from race control that he had a drive-through, but he appeared to just drive through after that incident, and I didn't see him stop. So that doesn't mean that he didn't, but if he did, it would have been very short.
Like 2.72 seconds worth of gas to get you the rest of the way.
2.7 seconds.
Have you not changed tires?
I
No
really
tire.
don't know how much of a splash can get you through, but I would be amazed if he could run such a
Could be a lot.
huge save.
Right. Would he be a lot farther ahead? Well, let's find out together. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, if the difference is 20 seconds of pit time, I mean, you have some wiggle room, but figure you're losing some time in a save. His best
The pit
lap
stop
is
time was 20.5. So maybe our SDK is the wrong pit time because we just got a
that's
car log.
possible.
It says 20.5 seconds for his pit stop time. So David Wortman might be good. And our pit stop time might be off. It's the time of the pit stop that we're questioning, Josh. Thanks for chatting with us. Thanks to everybody out there in YouTube land. Minutes to go. We could be looking at a close finish in the M2s and a super close finish in the radicals. So don't go anywhere. 6 minutes to go. David Wortman, the Swede, according to his flag.
Sounds like we lost Steve Hansel from connectivity issues, so that's a bummer. Meanwhile, Johan doesn't have any problem staying connected to Caden Richardson. This might come all the way down to the final lap. Oh, Caden wasn't prepared to get around Kevin there. There's still traffic to go. Majority
This is the race
of
for the radical lead.
The majority of the BMW field is within reach with about 4.5 minutes to go. So traffic is going to likely come into play in the outcome of this race. All the way back up against the wall. Caden catching up to Justin Shoup at a good place there. Easy to get around and navigate without having to do too much thinking or change his approach. Johan not going to make this move, but that will impact Caden's line. Both their lines, really. Past Kevin Bridges, they've got positions 1 through 4 ahead of them now. Johan not waiting. Caden's going to maintain that position as they work the outside of Kyle Ryan.
It's coming down to the wire.
Johan doesn't want to wait too much longer.
Exactly what I was thinking, Adam.
There's only 2 more opportunities for Caden to be caught out by traffic here.
Oh. Sorry for all you Jack Lucas fans. He just got a meatball. You still love your Jack. It's all good. Going by the GT4 or the M2
Shout out
lead.
Jack Lucas Nation.
120 to go. Count this on the final lap. White flag, I believe. Yes, white flag. Barney is waving the white flag frantically. This is it. The last lap. Here we go for the radical win. Johan de Roy chasing Caden Richardson through turn 1. All is clear. Looking at the M&Ms, we got 1 M2 ahead of us. And then clear sailing, possibly for the end of the lap. to get around Ben Wall. Thank you, Ben. Great sportsmanship tonight. Hopefully these guys have learned how to drive with each other. Big variety in the classes. David Wortman, the leader, as John Daniels comes through. And Johan DeRoy on the inside of the hairpin, side by side, Caden Richardson. They touch side by side. Caden Richardson on the outside. Now it becomes the inside. They still touch. Door slamming. Caden Richardson on the outside. Is there room? Wheel-to-wheel action here. On the Radicals, a little spin, a little catch, a little oversteer to catch. Johan DeRoy and Caden Richardson. This is Midwest Motorsports battle. Johan DeRoy on the final lap fights his way through to the lead. Don't forget the slipstream. Do not count Caden Richardson out. On the edge of the seats, here we go for the final lap. Down, final run towards Sunset Bend. No traffic. Johan DeRoy making it difficult. Can Caden do it around the outside? He's going to try. Here we go. Final corner, final lap. Coming to the checkered flag. Johan DeRoy. On the outside, Caden Richardson on the purple and white car. Side by side across the line. It is. Too close to call. That's side by side. I think Johan got him. But only barely. 0.012 according to iRacing. And the M2 battle goes on. James Zingy and David Wortman. Can David already go? He spins. He saves it. He spins. Oh no, James Zingy gets the worst of it. David Wortman. I don't blame David for that one. That's just hard racing. The checkered flag, James Zingy drops down to 5th. That tells you how close these M2s were. Justin Soup in a yellow car, not going to make it by. Unfortunate for James Zingy. I don't think that was intentional. From David Wortman. Unbelievable racing. Midwest Motorsports, if you're not here, you're missing it, Shay. I see you, buddy. Come get some of this action, Shay. Bring your roommate with you. Here's David Wortman and James Zingy on a replay coming on the final lap. Through the twisties. James Zingy in the white with BMW with the M stripes. David Wortman pitted on lap 10. Everybody else pitted 5 laps later. So David Wortman with a big, big undercut. The slipstream, David Wortman holding a solid line. James Zingy goes in. Here we go, slow-mo. And the contact is from James Zingy initiated, I believe. The corners, David's just on the inside, just the slightest of touch. Of course, nothing intentional. David Wortman right on the edge of grip. I mean, it just takes, James Zingy could reach out his finger and push the M2 around. David Wortman right on the edge of traction control. And just a slightest touch, wheel to wheel.
The magnetism of the Christopher Hopper Racing logo. You see the tires climb each other.
I thought James Zingy was going to straighten it out, but David, he's not even turning right. You can see David's just kind of barely turning, trying not to spin him the rest of the way around.
Wow.
Oh, that green one. That might be 75.
I think that's a little post-race fun.
Celebration
for somebody.
Jesse Coffee. Jesse Coffee's got to make his stream even more interesting and exciting than it already is. We see you, Jesse, Cars and Coffees. On YouTube, you can watch it after you watch our stream, of course. Or ride along with both of us. Why not? Let's see if we can get some interviews while Adam goes through the field. Great job on the cameras, Adam, by the way. Thank you.
Johan DeRoy able to hold out barely hold out for the 1/100th difference between himself and Caden Richardson. So incredible race between those two. hip checking each other at the end, but they stuck together throughout, drafting and pushing. Traffic played a factor in bringing them together, but Johan able to hold it out through the final turn, just barely nudging across the line ahead of Caden Richardson. Shellhagen had a great run, third place for him. Travis Rowe fourth, Michael Azell fifth. Recovery drive after an incident on lap 1. CJ Barzak finishing sixth, a great run for CJ. Christopher Rowe seventh, Max Bauer eighth, Jason Wahlberg ninth, Chet Miller 10th, Jason Phillips 11th, Ian Bakaitis 12th, Jesse Coffey 13th, Jason Geyer 14, Jack Lucas 15, John Daniels 16, Steve Hansel 17, having to retire for some technical issues. David Stark and Alex Bahari also not finishing the event. In your amateur division, David Wortman was able to hold out across the final turn, but not without trading some paint. James Zangi unable to get around David Wortman. David finishing out in first. Ryan Glover second. Kyle Ryan third. That's your top three. Kevin Bridges ran great through the first half before the pit stops, but after the pit cycle wasn't able to get back to the top of the grid. James Zangi, unfortunate to get caught up in that incident there, just tried to come up the inside with speed to get a run to the line, coming into the back right of David Wortman, sending them both around. David able to regather it quicker. Luckily, only a few cars getting past James at the end there. Justin Shupin sixth, a great run for Justin. Roger Shank seventh, Nicholas Moffitt eighth, Troy Nissen ninth, Rick Bundren 10th, Ben Wall 11th, Aaron Mitchell 12th, Keith Hurlbut 13th, Aaron Hagley, or Eric Hagel, I'm sorry, Eric, I don't actually know how your last name is said. We'll figure that out. Kevin Mayer 15th, Cody Height 16th, looked fast to start, but had some issues. Last we saw, he did not have a front bumper. Christopher Hopper having a lot of issues down the pit lane. Sounded like a lot of trouble there from our pit lane reporter. So
Easy,
that is
easy.
your...
We all have issues, Adam. Christopher Hopper may have a lot, but hey, we all have our own issues, right?
I'll trade mine for his.
Oh, how kind of you. All good. Thanks for that. Great job. Oh, what an awesome, amazing race. 16 GT2s, M2s in the M division. And tonight, after finishing third at Brands Hatch, David Wortman comes home with the win with a massive undercut on lap 10. David Wortman, you made it to victory lane. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. You say it's an undercut, but it was kind of unintentional, but it worked out in my favor. I had gotten clipped by Kyle there, and crew chief came on and immediately said I had wheel damage, and the pit lane was right there. So I just dove in, took my faster pair, and honestly, I think I just got lucky. Yeah, it was good racing for sure.
Did you take any fuel at all?
I did, yeah. So that was my one stop, and when I came
we
out
saw,
of
we saw you go right in the pit, and then you came right out. So we weren't sure if you took a stop or not.
Yeah, I did. I took my full stop, hoping that it was enough fuel. I think I came out with about one lap. I needed to refuel about one lap, so I had to fuel save a little bit, but not nearly as bad as last week. So yeah.
Well, what a lucky incident that was.
Yeah. It really was pretty lucky.
Well, talk us through that last corner. That wasn't luck. That must have been a lot of fun racing side by side with James Zingy for the second half of that race. Talk us through what it was like being pressured by James Zingy. He's a really talented driver.
Oh man, yeah. Shout out to James. I think that last incident, if you tuned into the race and just saw that, you might assume it was dirty driving, but he pushed me the whole way. Shout out to him. It was quite the race, and shout out to Kyle and Kevin as well in that first half. I think the top four, we were all maybe a second apart, just nose to tail that whole time. So one of the best races I've had.
I agree. One of the best races we've been able to call. Go ahead, Adam. Don't stop.
I was just going to say this car really does seem to pack together very well. I think just the way that the car needs to be driven really is putting these cars together and allowing you guys to race. And so that's great to see.
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be on the edge the whole time. Like it with the GT4s, there's a little bit of, you can kind of chuck it into corners and you've got a little bit of safety net as far as knowing it'll stick. But these being on road tires, they're just slipping and sliding the whole time, and it just makes for really great racing.
Absolutely.
Well, Buena Vista, Colorado, carrying home the trophy tonight. Congratulations, David. You earned it, man. Really fun to watch. I hope you enjoy your victory, and we'll look for you next week. Congratulations.
Yep, awesome. Thank you.
That's David Wortman, your winner in the M2 division tonight, and your winner with Johan de Roy. Incredible racing, Johan. Congratulations on your win. I'm going to bring Caden in here as well, if that's okay with you. But
Yeah.
Amazing racing. Johan, you talk us through the first part of your race first, and then we'll let Caden talk about the time before the pit stop. Looked like you two were having a great race.
Yeah, first part of the race for me was quite hard. I had a problem with my brake, and I didn't know what it was by the time. And I figured out, I don't know why, but my brake bias reset at the start. So I had like the baseline brake bias, and it wasn't for me. So I was almost locking up every corners. And yeah, it took me time, but I figured out that was a problem. So I've changed it, and it was better for the other part of the stint. Yeah, me and Kaiden almost have crashed a lot of time because of my problem of braking. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
glad you got that sorted out.
Yeah.
Caden, what was the first half of your race like? It looks like you were being patient at times, going through traffic, especially. What was your race like at the beginning?
Yeah, so my race strategy coming into this was I don't really mind where I am for the first half of the race. I'll just stick behind Johan, abuse him for the fuel save. Just try to stick with him through the traffic, make sure I'm in that P2 position. But that was pretty much my strategy, not really attacking.
Gotcha. Johan, did you come in because you were out of gas, or was that your planned stop? Caden went one lap longer. So
Yeah, no, I was he got fuel more than me on the first stint. I was out of fuel. But it's funny because my my second stint was the same strategy as him, but for the first stint. So yeah, we like invert strategies.
I see. Adam, you got anything for our winners?
No, it was a lot of fun to watch. It almost looked like you guys were drafting karting style at a couple points in time, pushing each other and working together to create a gap. You guys had pretty decent gap. Were you guys working together at all to make that gap, or just the way the race was working out?
Yeah, a couple of times we bump trapped each other. Yeah, it pays out at the end because we all knew that the last lap will be like, I would say like aggressive. It was
The
fair,
money
but
lap.
like
Right.
aggressive. Yeah, and we just like, I think both of us didn't want to like spin or crash, and I think it would have been a part of the race if that was happening, but it didn't because like we all we both know how to race fair and aggressive, but like yeah, creating this gap was like a safety of P2 if something happened,
Right.
for both of us.
As much as I want Johan to come P3 so I can come back in this championship, having a third car in this battle just is not fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to just dictate the pace, they just send anything sometimes.
Gotcha. Well, talk us through that last lap. Once we saw the white flag, it looks like, I mean, you guys were just incredible last lap, side by side, door banging. The car held together. Any damage? Anything? Or just holding on? 0.012 is one of the closest finishes in Midwest Motorsports history, side by side across the line. 0.012 seconds on the iRacing screen. Caden, you go first. What was that last lap
Coming
like?
into the last lap, we did a practice race earlier this week, so I kind of had an idea of what he was going to do. I believe our practice race was pretty much just a polar repeat of what happened that last lap. I had a few wheel spin moments, unfortunately, so I couldn't get the exits on him, especially through that right-hander and then sunset. But it was close, trying to squeeze him, outbrake him. But it was nice and fair.
Johan, coming to the line, did you think you were going around? Did you think you were going to have to cross over? Were you smiling? Were you on the edge of your seat? What were you feeling like in the cockpit?
I didn't even know when I crossed the line that I won. I was just like, oh, something is happening. Like I saw my standing refresh, and I saw I was first. And when I've looked to the gap, I was like at the edge of my seat, and I hope my neighbors will not put how we say like I hope my neighbors don't hate me
They're not-
because
We're
I
not
screwed
going
a
to call
bit.
the police.
There's a little scream in my VC too,
But
followed by
yeah,
media apologizing.
it was probably like the best final lap or the best lap of racing that I did. It was super intense, really nice.
A lot of fun. Well, hopefully Godzilla can calm down now, knowing that you're okay, Johan. And again, thanks for putting on a great show, guys. It was a lot of fun to watch, and we'll come back next week. You know, you can't count either one of you out. I'm glad you didn't have to start from the back this time, Kate, and hopefully you got your PC issues fixed, and he'll repeat
Hopefully.
next week to start where you qualified, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks again for putting on a great show, guys. 0.012 for Johan DeRoy. Congratulations, Johan.
Thank you guys for the broadcast.
Yep, thank you guys for the
Always.
broadcast. Thank you, race
Love it.
director too.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Even
Thank you,
Josh Watts
everyone.
gets some love. Well, Adam, that was one for the books. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for getting all of your stuff worked out too, man. It worked out in the end. I'm glad you were on the controls for that second half of that race.
Yeah, nothing like a fire drill at the start of the race, but that's racing.
Always. As always, thanks to all the Midwest Motorsports admins for making this league great. Until then, I'm James J. reminding you, stay in your lane.
And I approve.